Hello and welcome to Thoughtistics, a podcast where two autistic people talk about a subject and you have to guess whose hyperfixation it is.
Hi, howdy, everyone.
Yippee!
This is probably going to be a higher energy reporting too, because I was kind of low energy last time. I don't know why. But I'm much more energetic now. You're on your antidepressants again. So we're gonna have
I
a
just
great
took
time.
antidepressants.
Would you like to introduce the topic for this?
The topic for today is how to train your dragon.
The best, objectively the best DreamWorks series.
Objectively, I would say one of the best animated, trilogies, in existence.
Animated trilogies?
Obviously,
I was
Spider-Verse
gonna say,
is
depending
fucking...
on how Beyond the Spider-Verse turns out, it might lose that title.
No, I think it's one of. I don't think it is the.
Okay,
Spider-Verse,
Well, we don't have the third Spider-Verse.
No, I know, but even still, the
That's
first
fair.
two movies are, better than the entire How to Train Your Dragon trilogy
That's fair.
right now.
But we're not talking about those fuckers today, are we?
We are not. Oh, I do need to add those to the list, though. Anyway.
We'll do that later. So, let's start this off with, I think, the most obvious question. What's your favorite dragon?
Okay, I'm a basic bitch.
Okay.
So I have two.
You're gonna say Night Fury, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing, though. No, give me a second. No, give me a sec.
I have two favorites, Night Fury and Light Fury.
No, I fucking hate the Light Fury.
We'll get to that.
Anyway, but no, okay, so Night Fury, I think, is objectively the best dragon. They obviously put the most effort into that one. He is supposed to be he is supposed to be cute yet menacing. He is powerful. He is one of the most powerful dragons. He takes on multiple dragons that are supposed to be more powerful than him, but he's fuck you.
Just fucking kills the wildebeest.
He's incredibly he's objectively designed to be the best dragon.
That's fair.
Which
That's
is why I think that I get but shut up. He is literally designed to be a favorite.
That's fair.
However,
yeah.
I do have a dragon that I like on the same level of as a Night Fury.
Do share.
It is the Bone Napper.
Bone Napper.
I love that
Which
little
one's
guy.
Oh,
love
oh
him
my
so
god,
much.
yeah.
Because they had an entire little short film dedicated to him, which was a Halloween special.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I love him because he's just a skeleton, and he
Still
just
bone
goes
man.
over and he steals your bones and he puts them into his rib cage, and it's so cute, and I love
He
him.
just builds himself.
He's objectively so cool, and I love him. And we don't get a lot of the Bone Napper because he was just kind of only in that one Halloween special.
I was gonna say, especially
he shows up a bit in the
yeah.
TV series, but
I was gonna say, especially when it comes to the the two TV series and the specials and stuff. There's a lot of not really fully one-offs, but very briefly filmed dragons that are just for the special for the episode. Like the I can't remember. The names are so fucking hard. The one that encases things in amber appears in I think 2 episodes of Race to the Edge.
No, I forgot the name of that too. I haven't.
Appears in 2 episodes of Race to the Edge, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen this series in a while.
Oh my god,
So-
I fucking love Race to the Edge was my shit.
It's so good.
But hang on,
Legitimately.
My favorite dragon. I didn't.
Okay. What's your favorite dragon?
So I get what you mean when you're talking about Night Furies being
They're designed
to be the best, but I also think there's a reason for this. It's simple, marketable design. They're kind of generic though.
Is it the fucking the Monstrous Nightmare?
What?
Is it the Monstrous Nightmare?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
No. My I will say I'm an edgy bastard. My favorite. Well, because it's technically 2 types of dragons, but they're the same dragon realistically. Whispering Deaths and Screaming Deaths.
Yeah, that's fair. No, they're
such a fucking cool design.
They do look
I
very cool.
especially
Because they're terrifying. They're designed to be
They're
terrifying.
I especially love Whispering Deaths being just a fucking ball with a tail, and then Screaming Deaths. I don't know if you remember, but when Screaming Deaths they shoot fireballs and they have the chain thing going on behind the frills of their neck.
Yeah.
It's like a chain gun. That's cool as shit.
It is. Cool
And they're
as shit.
fucking massive. Also, I believe they were one of the few dragon types that canonically Hiccup couldn't tame.
Yeah, that is true.
It was those and the stinger ones that didn't fly and were really fast.
Yep. There's only a few. Because here's the thing: How to Train Your Dragon has a collection of dragon types. So there is cute. There is absolutely fucking terrifying nightmare
Fucking
fuel.
horrifying bastards.
There is intimidating, but not terrifying. The Bewilderbeast is not designed to
It's
be
not
cute,
scary,
but
but it's
it is intimidating. Yeah. which is what I think the like Monstrous Nightmare. I don't think they're indefinitely nightmares, but they are intimidating.
They're definitely intimidating.
And
I
then
wouldn't say
the
Monsters
Gronkle,
Nightmares.
I think, is designed specifically to be cute.
Girl, I fucking
They're fat
love
little guys, and I
Gronkles.
love them.
I think we should add a fourth category of goobies.
And
put the
goobies.
Gronkles and the goobies.
Okay, and there's hold on, the little guys that act like
Oh, like the little tiny ones that make
the Terrible Terrors.
That make it the massive.
No. Those are the different ones. The Terrible Terrors are the ones in the first movies that are like like tiny little cat
yes,
guys.
sorry, yeah,
And then
this-
third movies the one that are the bad omens.
Yeah, the bad omens. They're like little,
Those are
like,
goobies.
bats. They're all goobies.
Way too big of eyes.
I
They
love Terrible Terrors.
I love them so much. They're so
oh my
cute.
God. All right.
But and then legitimately part of the reason I'm like, Night Furies are specifically designed to be the best is because they fit into every category.
that is true. You can fit. I wouldn't say you can fit a Night Fury into like terrifying though.
I think
'Cause I know,
certain
like-
scenarios.
Like I will say when Toothless like attacks Hiccup in the second movie, it's pretty fucking scary when he gets like the really narrow slit eyes. But I wouldn't put that in the same category as like the Whispering Deaths.
There's an episode of I think it's Race to the Edge that I would put him in, and there's a dragon. I can't remember what the dragon's called, but its venom like essentially gives dragons dragon rabies.
I remember that.
And under that, I would say Toothless
Yeah.
with slit eyes looking in different directions with fucking like purple goo coming out of his mouth looks
That's
fucking
fair.
horrifying.
But I think that's also highly situational.
That is true. I would that's
I would
fair.
also argue that a Gronkle in that same position would be scary as shit.
That is true. That is completely fair. Yeah. I understand that like he probably couldn't fit into the I think he could under certain situations. I know, sorry. I'm defending it.
No, you're allowed to defend. You're allowed to defend your opinions.
No, I don't think I am actually.
you can. You're allowed to like fucking have a separate opinion from me.
No, my opinions are dumb. Anyway.
Speaking of opinions, out of the three movies, which one's your favorite?
Oh God. Okay, so not even a question. Third one is not in there.
That's fair. I think people give the third one a lot more hate than it's warranted.
No, I don't think it's bad.
But
it's just like
the other
when
two are
compared to the absolute masterpieces that
I
are
would
the
say-
first and second film.
It's just the well, DreamWorks is the thing when it comes to their third movies in particular. But in general,
Yeah.
the third movie of a trilogy has so much like weighing on it.
Yeah.
But like DreamWorks in particular, like Shrek the Third sucked ass.
Oh no, I do not. Don't even get me started on Shrek the fucking Third.
I am the world's #1 Kung Fu Panda 3 hater.
I hated that movie. Okay, here's the thing.
Hang on, before we go off on a tangent.
When I saw How to Train Your Dragon 3 in theaters, I was expecting so much from it because of how much I loved the first and second film, right? And when I came out of the theater, I had not cried. I didn't feel complete, and I just kind of left going, yeah, it was good, I guess. But I did not feel like...
Not nearly as powerful emotion.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so when you ask me my favorite, does it mean the one I enjoy watching the most, or the one that I think is objectively the best?
The one you enjoy watching the most is one.
The second film.
Second film?
It is very hard, but the music in the second film sells it for me.
That's 100% fair. The music in the second film is...
The music in the first film, fucking iconic.
All of the music is great.
But the fact that they carry on the music from the first film and then add on more and just as great tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Test Ride will forever be the best.
Oh
song
yeah.
from, like, any movie ever.
Flying with Mother.
Oh my god.
That song I absolutely adore.
Also, For the Lovers and the Dreamers is... for the record, my favorite's also the second one. But For the Lovers and the Dreamers, god fucking damn, it's so good. I don't know if it exists out there, because I've tried to look for it before, but I want a version of that song that's just like does it make sense if I say a plain version? Like without like the dramatic breaks and when fucking
Just singing it?
Yeah, like just singing the song straight through without any dialogue, without any.
I understand that, but also I feel like
Oh no, I think I think like the dialogue and everything adds so much to it.
Yeah.
But it's like if I'm just listening to the song, I would really like to just have a version that's just the song.
that's fair. I disagree, but
Okay, well, you're allowed to. We've been over this. Hines, don't watch this episode. Anyway, yeah, but the second one is also my favorite. It's actually, I think I watched the second one first. Or at the very least, when I watched the second one, I'd only watched the first one like once and had very vague memories of it. But watching the second movie is probably one of my earliest theater going experiences, because I saw it in theaters when it came out, and I got a souvenir cup that had a little toy of Hook Fang on the top.
that's something I feel like you don't need to watch the first movie to enjoy the second.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
I think it heightens your enjoyment, but
because, well, I mean, the first, like, 10 minutes of the second movie is just giving the rundown of, like, hey, we used to hate dragons, but now we're chill.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then they introduce, and they, like, set up Hiccup's mom being dead really early on.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, there's no context that you're missing going into the second movie.
Exactly.
And then the villain they introduce is completely new.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is also another reason why I think, like, I obviously think the first movie is the best in the trilogy.
Oh, yeah. No, I think objectively, considering the fact that the second one had stuff to build off of.
Yeah.
The first one did not.
The first one had
aside
to
from, like, the original book series.
Yeah.
But we're not counting that.
Well, they stray so far from the
Yeah,
original
no,
books, so.
that's why I'm saying we're not counting that. But objectively, just, it does such a good job at making you care about these 100% new characters. Gives you amazing music. Everything in the second film the reason I love the second film so much is because it builds off the first film so well.
Yeah. And one other thing going into that I think really helps in that aspect going into the second film is how the first one establishes stakes so well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the first one, fucking Hiccup loses his leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is so insane for a children's animated movie.
There can be consequences.
There are consequences to people's actions.
Exactly.
And they set that up moving into the second movie, so you are on edge. And
So
then when Stoic dies,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
like, holy fuck, yeah, there's consequences to our actions.
Can I tell you how I watched the first movie?
Oh, yeah.
So the first movie, it was my first IMAX experience.
Okay.
So it was, I have these memories. It was me, my brother, my dad, and my dad's parents, right? So we went and they took us into this huge IMAX theater, huge screen that kind of like wrapped around almost a little.
Yeah.
There's like surround sound, the seats would shake. It was like the closest thing you get to a 4D experience without it being a 4D experience.
Okay, yeah.
It was so good. Like lights would go around you it was so good.
That's really
And that's how I experienced the first How to Train Your Dragon movie.
That is oh my god, the test ride scene like
No,
that must
because
have
that
been
is no. Because here's the thing.
life-changing.
I have a memory. I had like one of my only memories of watching that film because it was so long ago. I was like, I don't know fucking how old I was, but it was so long ago that I remember sitting there and watching Toothless with his wings out, like, and the music swelling, and me as a child not knowing why this is cool. Like, obviously I know now because the music was like combining everyone's themes and the animation was going, but as a kid I was just like, this is so fucking cool, there's so many, oh my god, there's dragons, oh my god, dragons, and every
Okay.
yeah, I really like How to Train Your Dragon. But no, I quite enjoyed that experience, and it I wouldn't call it life-changing, but it was life-changing.
I feel like it would have been life-changing for me.
It was.
I would 100%.
No, I was joking. It was life-changing.
This is such a weird tangent, but back when the TikTok sound of fucking Out There from Hunchback of Notre Dame transitioning into Test Ride was like popular, that fucking song wormed its way into my brain, and it still hasn't left. That and the other TikTok audio of that one Hamilton song transitioning into the #1 victory royale.
Oh my god.
Was like,
Seriously,
and I realized 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. Where are you taking me? I'm gonna change your life. Then by all means, lead the way. Royale. Yeah.
Get down. I
Uh,
fucking hate you. Anyway.
so, scratching that. Cut that out. Cut that. Um, so we can both agree that Race to the Edge is the best of the two series. Also, I'm saying two series because I refuse to acknowledge.
There's 3 series.
I refuse to acknowledge.
There's 3.
Aside from
I'm sorry. I was so confused. I thought you were. Never mind.
No. I refuse to acknowledge fucking
9 Realms.
9 Realms. There it is. I couldn't even speak out its name. I refuse to acknowledge 9 Realms as a How to Train Your Dragon series.
Did you know they destroy Hiccup's leg in that series?
Why the fuck would they do that?
They find it, and it's like this whole thing of them finding it, and then they get into a battle with the dragon, and like the main kid's like first instinct is to throw Hiccup's leg at the dragon, and the dragon eats it.
What
and
reason would they have for doing that?
None.
What is it meant to be like a symbolic like passing of the torch where it's like
no, because they don't draw any attention to it. It's the same thing as if he threw like a rock. They don't even have like this moment on it. They just do it.
Jesus fucking
It
Christ.
Literally does not matter.
Jesus fucking
Thunder looks fucking like bullshit.
Who is Thunder?
You don't know Thunder?
I didn't watch the show.
Oh,
I don't. Why would I?
Thunder is the nightlight.
Oh, the Nightlight. Okay.
Thunder is the name of the nightlight.
I will say that is such a fucking great name. I love that.
I love
The
nightlights.
But
It's sad because now Night Furies are fully extinct.
yeah, but they made a new thing, and that's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat, but
I like little cow dragons.
little cow dragons.
No, but God, I never watched 9 Realms because I
It's
knew
not
I
good.
wasn't gonna like it.
It's not good.
Exactly. Like, I looked at it like, this looks like shit. The story seems like shit. The dragons look like shit. I'm not gonna like this. Why would I watch this?
It's not good.
I'm not... I don't like hate watching things. I think it's probably the worst way to consume media is watching something you know you're gonna hate so you can hate on it.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? No, not gonna do that.
That's why I don't. I watch someone else watch it.
That's fair.
Because I refuse to watch it, and I also don't want to pay money just to watch this stupid fucking show. The comics are better. Anyway,
There's comics?
you didn't know about that?
About 9 Realms? I knew there was
No,
comics.
the How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, no,
comics.
okay. Yeah, I knew there were comics. I thought you meant there was 9 Realms comics.
No.
I knew there were How to Train a Dragon comics. No, but I think it's also just because the closest piece of How to Train Your Dragon media to my heart is Race to the Edge, because I watched the shit out of that as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so seeing another series that's really fucking bad makes me really upset.
Yeah.
So I simply don't. I simply refuse to partake in 9 Realms because it pisses me the fuck off so much.
No, that's
But
fair.
let's change the topic to Race to the Edge, because I fucking love Race to the Edge.
Good show.
Good show.
Better villain than the pretty much all of their villains are better than the movie, than the third movie.
That's fair. The guy from the third
Grimwald,
movie has
fucking-
weird hair. I don't like his design. I don't like his design. I really don't like his design.
He's too slick.
He's
just Bloodfist, but gayer.
Yeah. He has a great voice and some really good scenes, but
He's just gay Bloodfist.
he just gave Bloodfist. I really fucking love this scene where he's just I can't remember what the context was. I forget a lot of How to Train Your Dragon. I think it's been so while since I watched it. But he's just kind of sitting in the chair, and Hiccup's threatening him with the fucking flame sword.
Yeah.
And he's just casually talking. I love when villains do that. But anyway.
He's just all right, cool. Anyway.
Alright, cool, whatever. Yeah, Race to the Edge. Dagger is my fucking favorite character.
He's so good.
God, the bastard refuses to die, and I
It's so
absolutely
good.
love. Every time he fucking comes back, and they're just like, Jesus, he's like Loki in the MCU. They come back like, what the fuck, man? We mourned you, and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, literally, that's literally what it fucking is.
Oh my god.
He's a weird little guy. I love him.
The one that always stood out to me, I can't remember how he survived that. When he gets shot off his dragon and falls into the ocean, just sinks, and then he just comes back. I don't know. Do they ever explain how he survived that? I can't even remember.
Nope. He just swam.
He just swam.
He went
Heather.
glug glug.
He went glug glug glug. Heather also.
I love that.
I forgot what the name of the dragon is, but the type of dragon that hers is another one of my Windshear is the name of her dragon, but I can't remember what the
Right.
actual dragon type is.
I can't remember.
But like those, like with the metallic scales.
No, I know it.
Is
Yeah, no, I
another
know.
one of my favorites.
I know which one you're talking
They're
about.
so fucking great.
You know what's something weird watching that series back?
What?
Is the fact that Astrid gets like teased for like maybe liking Hiccup.
Yeah.
And I watch it because I remember I watched clips of it on YouTube of like Astrid denying that she likes Hiccup on YouTube. And people from like 9 years ago going like, "Oh my god, they better get together. They're so cute." And then me now going, "They got married.
They have children.
They have children." I don't know why this was a thing that people like thought wasn't gonna happen. Like it's not even like a ship. It was just canon.
Because
they kissed in the first movie. What the fuck?
Because her and Heather's romantic tension was so fucking palpable.
That's fair actually.
The tension they had.
Back when I was a little homophobic child, I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I didn't like you as a little homophobic child.
You didn't know me as a little homophobic.
That is
child.
true, but I wouldn't have.
Yeah,
Even though I was also a little homophobic child.
Bitch. We actually probably would have gotten along.
Yeah, probably. Do you remember that episode of Race to the Edge where Astrid gets like blinded by a strike of lightning, and then she spends the whole episode? Do you not remember that?
No, I don't.
That was, oh my god. So there's like a storm on the edge, right?
Yeah.
And
on the Race to the Edge. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what they called the place. It was the
I know.
The Edge.
I know. I'm just being stupid.
Yeah, stop being stupid.
Okay.
Stop it. You're not allowed.
Okay,
This is a podcast for the most intellectual of podcast listeners on
Okay, I'll
YouTube.com.
go.
What?
I'll go.
Okay, yeah. This is the Rolly podcast now. I'm sorry to be such a fucking asshole. But yeah, there was like a storm on the edge, and lightning like hits one of the platforms, and Astrid's like standing right next to it, and the flash completely blinds her. And so like the rest of the episode is about her learning how to navigate blind, and the way they set it up, it really makes you feel like that's gonna be a thing for at the very least a while. Like they set it up as being Astrid needs to learn how to live with this disability now, but then by the end of the episode, she's just fine.
I would have adored if Astrid had legitimately gotten a disability to match Hiccup's.
Yeah, that would have been fucking great.
I would have been at least temporarily for something that they could have bonded over.
Yeah, and I do believe there is a part in the episode where she's complaining to Hiccup about it, and he's like, "Bro, I don't have a leg." But yeah, like she's fine. And I think it's because How to Train Your Dragon set itself up as a series that has consequences from the start.
So it was expected. People were like, "Oh yeah, that's something that would happen."
Now, but then she's fine, and I'm like, that was the one. That was like the one thing in Race to the Edge where I was like, okay, that was a weird writing decision. Like I said, I love Race to the Edge, but that episode was like, why?
I kind of wish more people had been gay.
Yeah, same. I'm sorry. How to Train Your Dragon has the greatest gay representation of any series ever. Fucking oh my god, I can't spell out his name now. What's his fucking name?
Which one?
Mustache, no hand.
Oh, Gobber.
Gobber, there it is.
I forgot about
You've
Gobber
got about the greatest gay representation.
I forgot he was gay.
In any piece of media ever. Gobber from How to Train Your Dragon.
That and one other reason.
That and one other reason. Honestly, it's not good. It's not good gay representation, but
It's not, but it's fine.
that line I really like. That he's like, well, there's one other reason, but we're not going to talk about that one.
He's 100% gay and Stoic. Like, he probably had a crush on Stoic growing up, and then Stoic was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm in love," and he was like, "That's cool," and then they just stayed friends and didn't acknowledge it again.
Do you think when his wife died, Gobber was like, "Oh fuck yeah, now's my chance"?
No, I feel like I give Gobber more credit than that. I think he legitimately would have, like, I don't think it would have been like that.
No, I think he's just best buds with Stoic.
No, I think he probably, like, had a crush on him to begin with, but then as soon as Stoic fell in love, he, like, pushed it aside in favor of being a good friend.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, I love Gobber. I am #1 Gobber defender.
Number one Gobber. I love him too. Gobber is fantastic. I was, don't get me wrong. I was like joking about that. Gobber is fucking great.
I love him so much.
You know who's my favorite character in How to Train a Dragon?
Hmm.
Chicken.
Sorry, who?
Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Number one How to Train a Dragon character, Chicken.
Good for you.
Why don't you find me funny?
I think you're hilarious.
Then laugh. I'm gonna fucking do it. I swear to God. This is the last episode of Thoughtistics.
Because you kill yourself at the end?
Yes.
Alright, whatever you say.
I will kill myself on live TV. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. We're gonna get demonetized. Cut that out.
Demonetized?
Are we monetized in the first place?
What? Yeah, no, I was like, what do you mean demonetized? I'm not
Why
monetized.
don't we monetize us.
I don't have enough subs to be monetized. YouTube has very specific regulations for being monetized.
Well, maybe fucking...
I need 1,000 subs to be monetized.
Okay, make better content? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Cut that out.
No, it's keeping it so people can know how much of an asshole you are. Okay, I was gonna ask what your least favorite movie is, but it's 3.
It's 3. It's like I said, I don't think 3 is bad. I think
Thoughts on the Light Fury?
Thoughts on the Light Fury?
Because I have a little controversial thoughts.
I think my thoughts are slightly controversial too. I don't think the design is necessarily bad.
I don't think she's that bad.
No.
I think she should have been a water dragon because it makes no sense for her to be.
She's like a dolphin.
She is designed specifically like a water dragon, and it does not make any sense as to why she's not a water dragon.
And I think it would be a fun kind of like yin and yang thing they have going on with Toothless being like fully black and being like the fire guy, and then she would be fully white and be like the water guy.
I do like that she's a complete fucking asshole.
I'm
gonna be completely honest. The Light Fury, I don't think she's that bad. I like that her personality is so distinct and she's kind of just a bitch. I do wish they had acknowledged that she was a bitch because I feel like Toothless has now been abandoned in a toxic relationship.
That's fair.
Because I understand because they're like, oh, she's a strong, independent woman. She's not feminine, even though they specifically designed her to look like they gave all the feminine traits that society usually gives to feminine women onto a dragon. And then we're like, no, we're going to make her a bitch so that people can't say that she's like too feminized.
That's just...
But they just made her a toxic bitch.
That's just fucking corporations.
I hate the way they designed her. If she'd been a water dragon, great. But I don't like that they gave her fucking boobs.
Fucking dragon titties.
They gave her dragon Here's the thing. They already have 2 female dragons that are not seen.
It sucks because, like, their dragon designs have generally just been very...
gender neutral.
Dragon, yeah. Neutral.
And then the Light Fury, they were like, no, we need to make sure they know it's feminine because if anyone thinks Toothless is gay, it's gonna be fucked. Even though fucking Stormfly is a girl.
Yeah.
And she does not have feminine traits about her because she's a fucking dragon.
Windshear was a female dragon. I think Windshear had eyelashes, if I remember correctly. Which was like it.
Yeah. Meatlug. There's a whole plot point about Meatlug being a girl.
I
secretly.
forgot that was
And everyone thought she was a guy because everyone assumed that Gronkles were like because they look very masculine, and then she had eggs, and they were like, huh?
Holy shit, Meatlug's. That's the same plot point that happened in Jessie.
Oh yeah, with the little lizard guy.
Yeah.
Komodo dragon.
It's an Asian water monitor actually, so maybe brush up on your reptiles. No, but it's. Are there any actual dragons that like? Don't shake your head at me. Are there any dragons in How to Train a Dragon that like directly show sexual dimorphism?
What do you mean?
Do you know sexual dimorphism?
Is it when they switch their genders?
No, it's when 2 like animals of like the same animal of different genders have like defining traits between them.
Not really, no.
fuck, I can't think of an example now off the top of my head, but you know what I mean.
Well, like robins.
Robins, yeah, there we go.
It's
like
peacocks?
in Pokemon where
like Pikachu has the
the heart shape
heart?
and like the female Wobbuffet has lipstick. It's like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because here's the thing, though. The way they got away with it is that they are not the same species.
Yeah.
And we do see other Light Furies, and they all look the exact same.
Yeah.
So they get away with it because the Light Fury is a separate species, like a subspecies of Fury.
Well, they're just like, it's like a horse donkey type thing. They're just
yeah. Which technically
like
means they should not be able to reproduce.
Well, no.
Which is weird that there's more Nightlights.
Well, no, because... Oh, you mean the Nightlights shouldn't be able to reproduce?
Yeah, the Nightlights should not be able to reproduce.
That's a fair point, actually.
But there's still Nightlights because Thunder is not...
It's not the...
And in the Nine Realms, we see, like, a ton of Nightlights.
Okay, yeah.
Like they go and they find Thunder's family, and they find, like, a huge, like, population of not a huge population of Nightlights, but, like a good 10 Nightlights.
Yeah.
Which is weird because there would have been a lot of inbreeding for there to be even a little bit of black left in there, guys.
Well, to be fair, like, it's fucking animals. They do that. they do that.
Yeah, but they're, like, humanized animals.
Yeah, not that humanized.
They're humanized. Highly intelligent.
No, but, like, I would say that most of the time, with some exceptions, they're more closely...
They understand language.
Let me finish. With some exceptions, I find the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon are more closely comparable to, like, dogs.
I get that. Toothless is not.
Toothless
is shown on multiple levels to have a higher intelligence that is closer to that of a human.
Yeah, but I would still argue, like, there's, like...
Toothless draws!
Oh, let me finish. Like, several scenes of, like in How to Train Your Dragon 2, the joke where, like, he licks Hiccup. He's like, oh, you know that doesn't wash out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where they're like... It's, like... They kind of flip-flop of it, but, like, they're not humanized to the point of, say, like... This is such a weird example. Palismans in the Owl House.
I would say they are. I would say they're almost more intelligent than the Palismans.
I don't know.
Because here's the thing. What examples can you give that Toothless has, like, a lower intelligence than that of a human? Because there are very little, and there's
He's
a ton of...
eels. Deathly terrified of eels.
That is a species thing, though. That's like how most humans are scared of spiders.
Yeah,
that's not.
It's I don't know, because I would say a completely like genetic irrational fear of eels is much more animalistic.
Well, you know why, right? Like if they eat eels, then they like go fucking crazy.
I know why.
It's not like that's like saying, oh, humans are scared of poison. That makes them less human.
No, but like if you put a bottle of arsenic in front of me, I'm not gonna like jump back and be like, ugh!
Some people might.
Will they? I don't.
Yes, because it's fucking deadly to you.
Yeah, but like if you because like with dragons, if you hold up an eel in front of them, they fucking cower and hiss. If you put I'm not saying if you just like dump. Like,
Can I say something?
Can
I say something to be clear? One of the only instances we have of Toothless doing that is when he does not fully trust Hiccup yet. So all Toothless sees is Hiccup bringing him poison, and he's gonna react bad when someone he does not trust, who just fucking injured him and lamed him so he cannot fly anymore, brings him poison.
But also,
and the other dragons do it too, because again, they are enemies, and that is poison.
But I'd also like to throw on the fact that their reaction to not trusting someone they don't trust approaching them cowering and hissing is a very animalistic response.
I'm sorry, if you were kept in a fucking cage and then someone walked into the cage who had been keeping you there and brought out arsenic and forcefully started walking towards you.
Well, I wouldn't start fucking hissing at them.
No, but you would probably start screaming, which is the human equivalent of that.
I don't think I would scream. I'm being perfectly honest. I think like, hey, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
Listen, I'm being perfectly honest. I'm going to sound like an asshole. I feel like you're fighting an uphill battle.
I am not. I think you're fighting an uphill battle. I think that their reactions are completely reasonable.
This is a particular example that we're rolling with, but I think even in this example, watching that scene, like, obviously, I get that the point of it is that in the movie they slowly become, throughout the movie, like, you start to see them being more intelligent. But I think it's in the same sense that, like, if you look surface level at a cat or a dog or other very intelligent animals, they don't seem intelligent. Like a crow. Like a crow.
I would say that Toothless is smarter than a crow.
I would say Toothless is probably, like... See, the thing is...
But here's the thing, crows are smarter than dogs.
Yeah, but what I was going to say was, I think what
Crows have... I think it's found to be the intelligence of about a 4-year-old.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think... I know I compared him to a dog earlier because, like, a lot of the mannerisms, like he rolls around and stuff.
Although he is based off of a cat.
Well, yeah, I know that, but...
So, mannerism-wise,
pets.
you were still wrong.
Oh my god, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to the point that I'm making. House pet. Fine. Fuck it. House pet. I know I compared him to that, but I do think he's smarter. Obviously, they're like anthropomorphized a bit, and that's not the point that I'm making. I'm not saying that they aren't humanized at all.
I think...
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's to the extent where certain animalistic behaviors, such as probably inbreeding, even though it's not, like, directly shown, it's more just kind of, like, lightly implied, would be that weird. They are still animals. In the context of in the context of the world, they are still regarded as being animals.
That's why they look look so fucked up in the 9 realms.
Oh my God,
it's because of all the inbreeding.
All the inbreeding.
To be fair, because they have so many other light furies, inbreeding would almost... No, I'm not going to say that.
You know what? Normally I would push further for this, but I don't think I want to hear whatever you were about to say.
Okay, fuck you. I'm going to continue. Toothless knows he's the last Night Fury. That is something he knows.
Are you telling that he just went on a fucking spree?
No. I'm saying that I think it shows more intelligence that there was most likely inbreeding to try and keep alive some of that Night Fury DNA than it would be to show that they're just animals, because there are so many other light furies. There's no need for inbreeding. Inbreeding usually only happens if there's a need for it. Because if there's, like, no other, like... But there's a ton of other light furies. There's no need for inbreeding.
You know, I really don't think they thought about it. I really don't think they put that much thought into this.
Probably not.
There's a bunch of little... I don't think anyone put any thought into 9 realms, if I'm perfectly honest.
Well, I feel bad because there is... Like,
obviously there is.
There's like one guy who's trying to work on the show, but because they're given like absolutely nothing.
I mean, that's how it always is, though, with stuff like 9 Realms.
He seems to legitimately care about the show, yeah. And I feel bad because they're not given anything.
That's why.
No time, no money, no resources.
I've always felt bad for the like writers in fucking Miraculous Ladybug. Because that show sucks fucking balls.
I hate Miraculous Ladybug.
But there are writers on that show who genuinely seem to care about the characters, and it always sucks when you see like people who genuinely care about what they're making, and then it sucks. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
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 Oh, here's something we haven't talked about yet. Mm-hmm. What's your opinion on what's it called, Rescue Riders, where the dragons talk?
Zach Callison's in it.
Zach Callison is in it, and
Steven Universe himself does voice a little dragon guy in that. So for that, it gets a little extra points because
a little something extra.
Because I'm a little bit of a fan of Zach Callison.
Of Mr. Callison himself.
Mr. Callison himself.
Are you all right?
Mr.
McSplitter.
I don't think it's as bad as the 9 Realms because it is not trying.
No, it's a kids show. It's like
because that's the thing is it is trying to 9 Realms feels like it is trying to live up to the original movies, which is why it's so bad. Because they're trying.
Yeah, and failing.
Yeah, they're in Rescue Riders. They are not trying to do anything other than just be
like a fun little kids show.
Yeah, and I think they succeeded doing that.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. I mean, it's just the thing of like, I am not. Neither of us are the target audience.
Yeah. I think that for what they're trying to do, for what target audience they're going for, I think they do well.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. I would also agree. What types of dragon are the main ones supposed to be? Because I look at them and there's a Gronkle, I think, and then it's like I have no idea what any.
A lot of them are made up to look specifically cutesy.
Yeah, I get that makes sense. There is a part of me that's like, man, I wish they just made baby versions of existing dragons, or at the very least had some.
Zach Callison's voice is Baby Toothless.
Fucking god, wait, that's the thing. How did I not know that?
No, I was joking.
Okay, I was like,
I was putting them as an example of like what would be.
But yeah, something like that. Because I think like even if you made a baby version of like whatever Hook Fang is, I can't spit it with it.
Monstrous Nightmare.
Monstrous Nightmare. If
God,
you made,
it's like one of the first dragons introduced.
I know that. There's so many.
It's literally in the opening 15 minutes of the first film.
It's been a while, okay?
He has like the coolest. They have like the coolest introductions out of all the dragons.
It's fucking been a while. Anyway, if they had a baby Monstrous Nightmare, that would probably be cool.
I think Zach Allison voices because he's the main character. I think it's a Terrible Terror, actually.
Is it a Terrible Terror?
I don't know because it looks like a Terrible Terror, but I don't think it is. I think it just kind of looks like that because Terrible Terrors are tiny.
Hang on, let me look it up. Because. Yeah, I really don't think it's a Terrible Terror.
It's probably not, but it looks like it.
Because it's... Hang on. I was just looking up, like, rescue...
Don't look at my search history.
I'm not using your phone.
Oh. Never mind. Continue then.
Why would I pick up your phone to do... No, it's definitely not a Terrible Terror. That's definitely not a Terrible Terror. That's a Gronkle. That is not a Terrible Terror.
The Gronkle's purple.
Gronkles are allowed to be purple?
They are not. They're not purple.
Why not?
Okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure they made up character. I don't think that's a Gronkle. I think they
really? Because that looks a hell of a lot like a Gronkle.
It's purple!
I mean, yeah, that's the most unbelievable thing for you right now? Yes. That they just made a Gronkle purple?
Yes!
Also, I don't know what this thing is, but I love it a lot.
Yeah, that does look cool.
No, that's not a Terrible Terror. That can't be. Because I looked up a terrible... His name is Winger. I looked up Terrible Terrors as reference. Like, that is not a Terrible Terror.
No, you're right. Okay, hold on. Look up what you think they... Like look up what the dragons are. Because they're probably called out by name at some point.
He's a male Swiftwing. What the fuck is a Swiftwing?
Look up.
Swiftwing. Oh, why is it now making the boopy boppy? Dragon. When you look up Swiftwing Dragon, the only reference is Winger. The only reference is Winger, and there's a really shitty edit of Toothless. I say shitty, it's actually not that bad, but...
It's, you know...
Swiftwing How to Train Your Dragon Wiki Fandom. I'm an adult. I had to... when you go into Fandom Wiki, it comes up, are you an adult or a kid?
Oh, so that they can, like, do the ads?
Yeah. Fire type hot purple blue energy. That just sounds like what Toothless does. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
I think it's just baby. I think it's supposed to be similar to Toothless. Because it kind of looks like a baby Toothless.
Yeah. I will say, I don't mind the designs from Rescue. Yeah, he just does what Toothless does. Yeah. I don't mind the designs from Rescue Riders as much as, like, Nine Realms. Like, Nine Realms, like, they look fine in Rescue Riders. This is literally what Toothless does. But, like...
Okay, look up the other dragons, because I want to know if it's actually a Gronkle.
Hang on.
It's probably not.
Is there a name for, like, the team... The Rescue Riders? I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're the Rescue Riders. What the fuck?
Listen. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna get this out of the way. Rolly has never watched Rescue Riders. Rolly has never watched Nine Realms.
I have not watched Nine Realms, but I watch multi-hour long video essays about the Nine Realms. And I've seen a few episodes of Rescue Riders, but by the time it came out, I was no longer the target audience, so I have not seen all of it.
It came out in 2019. Neither of us were the target audience when this came out.
But I was in high school, so I was like, no. I watched a little bit of it with the kids I would babysit, though.
That's nice.
That I really enjoyed babysitting kids because I enjoyed watching little kid shows, so I could just put on My Little Pony or Rescue Riders, and I'd be like vibing.
Slay.
So
yeah, actually, let me specifically look up Rescue Riders characters. Let's see if I can find anything. Characters. Who the fuck is Burple? I looked. Oh, Burple is the purple fucker.
what type of dragon?
I'm looking. Hang on. Let me look up Burple specifically. I'm telling you. It also Burp is part of the name, so I'm thinking Gronkle. Race. Rock Spitter. What the fuck is a rock spitter?
Told you, Gronkles aren't purple.
Okay, I know they're not, but it's also Rescue Riders.
They're not purple.
Class Boulder, fire type, shooting rocks and other objects. From
It's
map.
basically a Gronkle.
It's just a Gronk. Just how, yeah.
They're all basically just the other dragons, but kidified.
Okay, so none of them are like real dragons, I guess. Cutter. Fuck are you?
That looks like a terrible terror.
It's Relentless Razorwing. Wait.
That's a terrible terror.
But aren't Razorwings actual?
Oh shit, you're right.
Hang on, is there? Am I?
No, because are they called razor wings?
I could have sworn Razorwing is a.
Look up razor wing.
Hang on. Yeah.
So it's just like a tiny version of a razor wing.
Yeah, Razorwings are dragons who shoot. Oh, they're only in the book series.
Oh, so they got them from the book series. Got it.
Yeah, so they got the name Razorwing from the book series.
Because I think
And then
what you were
Relentless
thinking of,
Razorwing.
the thing that you were thinking of was the
Razor Whips was the name.
I was thinking of was it the Timberjacks?
Yeah, I know that one.
The ones that could cut down entire forests with their wings.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
The name that I was thinking of that was Razor Whip.
Yeah, it's like a combination of those.
Razor Whip's what Wind Shear is.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's supposed to be a terrible terrors, not terrible two.
Terrible two.
Fucking toddlers.
There's only one of that fucker. Yeah, see, Wind Shear did have eyelashes, which was.
Oh yeah.
But otherwise was just generally. God, I fucking love Wind Shear.
Okay, we're gonna stop looking at Wind. Stop.
I'm closing the fucking tab. We've spent longer talking about Rescue Riders than we have Nine Realms. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
Which I find really fucking funny.
I don't care that much about Rescue Riders. I don't have a lot of opinions on it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's fine.
It's just kind of a kid. Like I said, I would have liked for them to have actually had real dragons for their.
Yeah, but it's fine.
But it's just.
It was an opportunity to create more.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Oh my god! Do you want to roll the anecdote?
Yeah, sure.
When I was a kid, and I was first starting out writing, I wanted to make comics. Was my main thing.
Me too.
And I had created a story that was literally just How to Train Your Dragon, but it was worse.
Nice. I love it.
And I had fucking like bootleg versions of actual dragons. And the bootleg Toothless, his whole thing was just that he had, like, different levels of fire that were hotter than others, and that was the only thing. And then, like, his rider would yell, like, this one, and then he'd do that one. And that was his whole thing. And they still exist somewhere. It was called, like, Dragon Grail or something, because it was, like, a fucking cup that was, like, the MacGuffin of the series. That was full of, like, magic dust. And then there was like one.
Ethan, what do you have?
Leave him alone. So
Was that? Oh God, did he get drugs? Oh God, Beanie, do you have drugs? That is in fact drugs. Where did you get drugs?
What is that?
Hmm?
What is it?
It's drugs.
Drugs? Okay.
I get drugs.
But
Catnip.
yeah, I assumed.
He's got a hold of weed and he was like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. But
Yeah. There was like a storyline in this comic where it just so happened that a dragon of every type, because there was like typings like Pokemon, attacked the fucking cup at the same time, and so it exploded, and all the magic dust solidified into like crystals of each type that just flew across the land. And there was like it was like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, where Knuckles has to go and collect all the shards of the chaos of the Master Emerald, but it was just all these fucking crystals. It was so dumb, and I made it with one of my friends who was like absolutely obsessed with dragons, but she was significantly better at drawing than me. But I insisted that I would always draw my character, so the rest of the comic was drawn like pretty decently, except for my character, who was shit.
It's really funny.
Oh God, I really hope. There's no way they still exist. I definitely feel those there like a million years ago. But God, if I ever found one of those again, I swear I would lose my fucking mind. What else? What else do you want to talk about?
What else is there to talk about?
Have you read any of the books? Have you ever read the books?
I have
not. My friend's younger brother used to read the books, and that's my only actual.
I was too obsessed with another book series.
You know what one it is. I know what one it is. I know what you are.
Anyway.
But my only like actual exposure to the books was just one time hearing my friend's brother read it aloud, and it was just the most fucked up description of one of these characters who was like a fucking corpse of a being climbing their way out of a pot. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? How is this How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know there were books until then, so I assumed like it was like books based off of the movies. I was like, what the fuck?
That's like how Jurassic Park was based off of books.
Yeah, I always forget that Jurassic Park was based off of books. And the books are mega fucked up. Nedry gets fucking cleaved in Twix.
Yeah, he like holds his intestines as he's being killed.
And he describes what it's like to have his eyeballs burnt out.
A baby gets eaten by dinosaurs.
Jesus Christ! Did you know that
like those tiny little guys? It describes how they find a baby in a crib and they just start tearing apart the baby.
My God! Did you know that the Jurassic World Netflix TV show, like the kids' TV show,
Camp Cretaceous?
Yeah, Camp Cretaceous, like
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't watched it though. Do you know that Camp Cretaceous like acknowledges the fact that the movies and the books have two different deaths for what's his name, the guy who owns the park?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because in the books he gets killed by the dinosaurs, but in the movies he survives and then dies in his sleep in like the second movie or something. And in the book, two characters argue over that because one of them's like, "No, the dinosaurs killed him in the first breakout." He's like, "No, he died later, like peacefully in his sleep," and they argue about it.
Yeah, it's really funny.
But anyway, what about the comics? Because we like only briefly touched about the comics. I haven't read any of the comics.
Haven't read the comics.
I've heard they're pretty decent.
They are pretty decent.
Are they still?
There's a petition going around right now to get Shirtless Hiccup because we were supposed to get a Shirtless Hiccup in one of the comics, but they denied it. So we never got it. But there's a petition going around to get.
We could have had Shirtless Hiccup. Is this like Shirtless Hiccup with the beard?
It's adult Hiccup, but I don't know if I think it's without the beard.
I'd assume it would be adult Hiccup, but because if it was shirtless with the beard,
you get fan art.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I want to see his canonical scars. He definitely has some shit.
No, he's fucking living with burns, that man. Burns and claw marks fucking all over him. He definitely looks like fucking Breath of the Wild Link under there.
Yeah.
But are they still making the comics? Like, is the comic series still going?
It's rough.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know that much.
Who makes them? Like, is it like it's like IDW or like Black Horse or something? Hang on, let me look that up. Because I think it's Black Horse that generally makes a lot of those tie-in because they make the Overwatch comics and I believe they make the Power Ranger comics. So hang on.
Give him a little time.
Yeah, it's Dark Horse. It's Dark Horse who does the comics. This is really good-looking art. Holy shit. Well, I mean, it's Dark Horse. They always have good-looking art, but...
Let me see. I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's dark. Yeah, because Dark Horse does a lot of those tie-in comics to like other series. I believe they also did the Scooby Doo comics. I might be wrong about that. But okay, yeah, I would really love to start reading these comics.
It is really
I
cool.
need to find some. I need to. There's so many of these like tie-in comic series to like movies and TV shows and stuff. Everyone's like, "Oh, they're so good," and I really want to read them. Like,
Yeah.
have I told you about my experiences trying to find the Over the Garden Wall comics? There's a comic series of Over the Garden Wall made after the show came out, and I was trying to find the comics because I was like, "Oh my god, I really want to read those." Like, one issue of the comics is like $100. They are insanely expensive, and it fucking pisses me off because I really want to read them, but they are so insanely hard to get a hold of. Hang on, what are the How to Train Your Dragon comics like? Let me check that out actually, because I might try to find some if I can.
What's your favorite song?
Oh shit. I feel like I'm basic. In either saying For the Lovers and the Dreamers or Test Drive.
Can I have your phone?
Hang on, let me just real quick look at, I want to see how much the comics are. Black.
Mine's still basic, but a little less basic.
What is it? Or do you need to look at the name?
I wanna play it because I feel like saying it will not, like, everyone knows For the Lovers and the Dreamers in Test Drive, but like if I say the name, people listening might not understand. Like,
That's fair. I'm getting very conflicted response. The first two, like, for the first two things to come up for How to Train Your Dragon Dark Horse comics, is one listing for $11 and one listing of the exact same book for $30. So I'm getting very conflicting responses of how much these cost, but it doesn't seem too bad at the very least. Sorry, yeah, you want to. Yeah, that's fair.
it's so good.
It is so good.
There's like, because there's the build up and then there's the. This is the build up.
Yeah. The choral, yeah. The vocal. What?
The choral. I think you mixed up chorus and vocal.
No, choral is a word in reference to a choir. Here, no, hang on.
The song very much makes me feel whimsical.
Choral, composed or for or sung by a choir or chorus.
Okay, sorry.
I was just saying it is a word.
Okay, sorry.
Why are you sorry?
You didn't upset me.
You didn't upset me.
It makes me feel like I am flying in the sky.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. I agree.
Also mixed with the emotional aspect of being reunited with a parent.
Yeah, I think this I would consider Flying with Mother to be the How to Train Dragon 2's equivalent to Test Drive.
Yeah.
Because both of them, I think, give that feeling like they're actually flying. Fucking love this. And the choir goes back. This is great. Love this song. Alright, we cannot just sit and listen to the rest of the song for this. We can't just sit and listen to a song for the rest of this recording.
But it's so nice.
It is so nice. It is very nice. We can play it in the background when we do shit after.
Okay.
But, is there anything else to mention?
Least favorite dragon.
Least favorite dragon.
Besides the Light Fury, because that is a basic answer.
I feel like I'm just defaulting to all the really shitty designs in Nine Realms. There's a two-headed one in Nine Realms too. That's not the.
No, I know that one. That one's like
That
Chinese stereotypes.
Yeah, I fucking hate that one. On
In
Steam.
the movies.
In the movies, what is my least favorite dragon? What's the name of the one that Stoic gets?
Oh, it's like the.
Their mouths are too wide and they look a
I think
little
it's the
weird.
rhino horn or something.
Yeah, they look a little weird. I don't like them.
It's something. It's rhino something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Stoics.
Yeah.
Looks like a little beetle.
Yeah. Well, like, the thing is, I will say, I don't think the movies have any bad designs.
Cloud Jumper is an amazing design.
Cloud Jumper's
Sorry, I forgot to mention Cloud Jumper is another one of my
Cloud
favorites.
Jumper's an amazing design. But, like, the movies don't have any that I think are, like, outright bad. It's just not my favorite.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I will also say, strictly because it's not a bad design, but the bewilder beasts just don't look like dragons.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like, they're not bad designs, it's just that doesn't look like a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What's your least favorite dragon design?
I have an opinion,
Do share?
but it's gonna get me so much hate.
Yeah.
It is not because I do not like this dragon. I love the dragon. Just personally, the design feels very crowded.
Okay.
And it's a lot to look at.
I'm
I
scared.
think it's probably because I'm autistic. And when I look at it, there's a certain amount of visual, overstimulation. Because there's a lot going on in the design. There's a lot. There's a lot. God, why am I forgetting their names?
Is there a character's dragon? You can just say the character.
It's a character.
You can say the character.
Stormfly.
Stormfly.
It's very overwhelming.
That's fair. There's a lot going on with the tail, especially, and the way it moves and all the like pins in it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Stormfly.
I like Stormfly. I like the design. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It feels crowded and it makes me feel anxiety.
That's fair. I understand.
It's like I don't dislike the design. I just look at it and I feel anxiety in my heart, and then I'm like, oh.
Oh. It makes you
Yeah. Okay. Like look up a picture of
Just look at a picture of Stormfly.
Fuck. What are the dragons' names?
I can't remember.
I know the names. Like I know the names of all the dragons, and I don't know why I'm blanking on this one.
Stormfly. Like yeah, I get it. There's a lot.
Deadly Natter.
Yeah. There's a lot going on
see?
with all of the points.
There's just so many spikes.
Well, I mean, that's also the principle of a Whispering Death, though.
I know. Oh, spikes.
Do you find Whispering Deaths to be overstimulating?
Yeah.
Because I would argue, I know this is my favorite dragon, but I would argue for that specific point, Whispering Deaths seem a lot more overwhelming, design-wise. Which is so...
But they don't have legs.
That's fair.
That's the thing, is they have a lot of spikes, but they don't have legs on top of it.
Yeah, fucking Screaming Death. But I fucking doubling back to Whispering Deaths being my favorite. I just love, like, the whole Serpentine design and everything, too. Anyway, but yeah, I get, yeah, I can understand that being your least favorite.
Yeah.
Because of that that aspect. But yeah, I think you can agree from the prospect of that. I don't think there is any bad dragon designs.
No, I don't think there's any bad dragon designs. There's just ones that feel overcrowded to me.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well.
Live action coming out.
Yes. I was actually just about to bring that up.
And the stage play.
It's a stage play?
You didn't know about the stage play?
I did not know it's stage play.
They had full size like dragons
That's fucking awesome.
that they would ride on, and they would fly the dragons over the audience. Look it up.
Awesome. Hang
Because
on.
like real life Toothless, a little scary, but honestly great.
That is fucking awesome.
How to Train Your Dragon stage play, and the giant red death that they had.
Oh my
so
god,
cool.
they just have like a massive red death.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like look up the dragons.
I'm looking up.
I want to see what you're looking
my
at.
god, Stormfly. I just saw that picture. Wow, okay. That is cool as fuck. But I saw a picture of Stormflies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What stage is that? That stage is massive.
No
It's
idea.
Like oh my fucking god, hook thing. That is cool as shit. Oh,
Look at it go.
look. Yeah, oh my god, that is so cool.
Look up the Red Death. It was pretty successful.
Red Death. I don't know how I haven't heard of this before.
I don't know either. It was trailers for it were everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
That is insane.
The smoke machines, it was so cool.
That is insane. Holy shit. That's just the right best. That is fucking insane. Wow.
It was so cool. And I love how they made Toothless look. Because they made him look
yeah.
like a real dragon.
Yeah, he looks.
They did not cutify him, which I really appreciate, because he looks like a dragon.
I really appreciate that. But, sorry, doubling back real quick, though. Live action. What are your opinions there?
I'm so excited.
I'm cautious. I'm cautious.
Not.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to do good. I think that of all series to make a live action out of, I think that you can do the most with How to Train Your Dragon.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
I know that they're not entirely relying on CGI because of the success of the stage play show. They're going to be doing a lot of like practical effects.
Yeah.
So that I'm really excited for. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical because of how live action movies always
With Disney.
go. With Disney.
This is
That
the first
fair.
live action remake for DreamWorks.
But I will say, DreamWorks hasn't always been known to take care with their properties.
That is true, considering how How to Train Your Dragon has been treated with all the series.
Yeah, and, like compared to like the barest credit where credit is due on Disney's part. Disney's very protective of their IPs, and though their live actions are fucked, for a company that's so protective of their IPs compared to DreamWorks, which has a habit of running things into the ground, I'm a little scared. I like the fact that they're not relying on CGI. I like all of the decisions that have come about it. I've been like, oh, that seems pretty good, but I'm just cautious.
I'm cautious, but I'm not. I understand that there's probably going to be some things that are not great, but I could not give less of a shit. I want to see Toothless in real life.
That's fair. I think, I will say, I think for How to Train Your Dragon, for that reason, making it to live action makes sense, because I think most of my issues with live action remakes of animated movies is that there's nothing to be gained from it.
I think there's something to be
But I
gained
think
from
this would be something to be gained from How to Train Your Dragon, just because I think if they do it right, the live action designs of the dragons will be enough.
What I'm worried about is the action.
Yeah.
I'm worried that because they are going to be doing a lot of practical effects, I'm worried that the action is going to slow down.
Yeah.
Which is
fair.
like, I think it's going to have I predict that it will have a similar problem to the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, where everything's like slows down incredibly because of the limitations that real life has compared to animation.
Exactly, yeah.
Which I'm worried about.
I'm definitely, yeah.
But also with recent advancements, I think it's gonna. I'm not too worried.
Like I said, we'll see which way the wind blows. One thing I will say, I don't. Do we know who's like making who's doing all the practical effects and stuff?
Not yet.
If they got Jim Henson Creature Company in on that, that would fucking sell it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I would love for it to have like a labyrinth or dark crystal.
I was gonna
feel.
say like a Dark Crystal type feel.
Yeah.
For that would be fantastic.
Because here's the thing, I just want them to look like dragons. I don't want them to be cutified.
Yeah.
God, I really don't want them to be cutified. I want them to look scary. I want them to look intimidating. I want them to look like they could exist in real life.
I was gonna say they need to strike that
survive in the wild.
They need to strike that same balance that the original movie did of cute but intimidating.
Which Light Fury did not have. Light Fury does not look like it could survive in the wild.
Oh, no.
Light Fury looks like she would be absolutely fucking murdered. Which I don't understand how the fuck the Night Furies got hunted to extinction, but the Light Furies didn't.
Racism.
God, Jesus Christ. God, alright.
But no, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm still very cautious. All right, now I think we've talked about everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, closing thoughts. Really love the series. The best series DreamWorks has produced. As poorly as they've been treating it, I really hope the live action is like an upturn for them.
I think it's going to be.
I think it's going to be. I hope it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna.
All right.
But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
So am I.
I really hope
DreamWorks pulls it back on that one because they're trying to bring back a lot of their better series because Kung Fu Panda 4 is in the works too. So they're trying to bring back a lot of their better series, and I really do hope it works. All right, so time for reveal. Whose hyperfixation is it?
Mine.
Yeah.
I really like How to Train Your
Yeah,
Dragon.
I know. I absolutely love How to Train Your Dragon. I think it was veering on hyperfixation when I was younger, and I was like obsessed with Race to the Edge. But I would not describe it as one of my hyperfixations.
It was a bigger hyperfixation when I was younger, but it continued. Like I continued to take part in fan work.
I think this
Keep up to
ending.
date.
Yeah, I think this ending got spoiled as soon as you started really picking up your voice and then said, "Sorry, I really like How to Train Your Dragon."
I'll edit it.
Cut that one.
I'll cut it out so that you can't tell.
Yeah, we gotta keep him guessing.
Gotta keep them guessing.
Yeah, okay, great. So you want to spin the wheel and see
Let's
what we're doing for our next one.
We were so close.
Oh my god.
We were so close to Garfield.
Oh my god, the jump scare that I just got. Holy shit. Ironic, the jump scare, because our next topic
Is indie horror.
Alright, we'll see y'all next time here on the Thoughtistics podcast.
Yippee.
Cut that out. I don't want that to be our outro.
That's your outro. Bye.
Fuck.